Our chief reporter, Kaveh Solokol, has come back on set. Kaveh, oh my goodness. How do you react to that?
Well, look, the first thing you should say is that referees are human beings. They make mistakes like everybody else. They were working there in a very highly pressurised environment, and they made a mistake, and it was a big mistake, and the eyes of the world were on them, and now they are paying the consequences.
UEFA has officially launched a detailed review into the controversial VAR decision that took place during Arsenal's dramatic match against Sunderland, following widespread outrage from fans, players, and pundits. The incident, which has become one of the most talked about moments of the week, saw Arsenal denied what many believe was a clear penalty, a decision that could have completely changed the outcome of the game. The match was filled with tension, intensity, and emotion, but the biggest talking point came midway through the second half when an Arsenal forward was brought down inside Sunderland's penalty area. The challenge appeared clumsy and late, with television replays clearly showing contact between the defender and the Arsenal attacker before the ball was touched. The Arsenal players immediately appealed for a penalty, surrounding the referee and urging him to consult VAR. The referee briefly paused the game while the VAR officials reviewed the footage, but after a short check, the decision stood no penalty. The decision shocked Arsenal fans around the world and left the players visibly frustrated on the pitch. In the aftermath of the game, UEFA's refereeing department confirmed that the incident would be reviewed as part of their routine post-match analysis. However, multiple reports suggest that this specific decision has been flagged for a deeper investigation due to the growing public criticism and inconsistencies highlighted by various football analysts. According to UEFA insiders, the review will examine whether the VAR team followed proper procedures, whether the referee received the correct advice from the video room, and whether the laws of the game were correctly applied. The fallout from the decision has been intense. Arsenal's manager Thomas Tuchel expressed clear frustration in his post-match comments, though he remained cautious not to directly criticize the officials. "We all saw what happened," Tuchel said. "It's disappointing because moments like this can define matches, especially in competitions where every point counts. The technology exists to make the right calls, it's just about using it correctly." His words resonated with Arsenal fans, who have grown increasingly impatient with what they perceive as a pattern of unfair officiating decisions against their team. Fans took to social media within minutes of the final whistle, flooding platforms with slow-motion clips of the incident, pointing out what appeared to be obvious contact that should have resulted in a penalty. Many compared the situation to similar incidents in other matches where penalties had been awarded for far less contact. Football pundits joined the discussion, with several former players calling the decision a blatant mistake and another example of VAR failing to deliver consistency. This is not the first time Arsenal have been caught up in a VAR controversy this season. Several key matches have seen questionable decisions go against the North London club, both domestically and in European competitions. Each incident has added to a growing sense of injustice among supporters, who argue that despite the introduction of VAR to improve accuracy, the system has instead created more confusion and frustration. UEFA's decision to conduct a formal review suggests the governing body is aware of the growing criticism surrounding officiating standards. The review process will reportedly include an analysis of the referee's report, the full audio communication between the on-field referee and the VAR officials, and the camera angles used during the review. UEFA has emphasized that its goal is to maintain transparency and uphold fairness, especially in matches that carry significant competitive implications. The VAR system was originally introduced to eliminate clear and obvious errors, but in this case, many are questioning whether the officials applied that principle correctly. Critics argue that the brief review suggested hesitation or lack of confidence from the VAR team, raising questions about the consistency of decision-making across different matches and competitions. Some have even called for UEFA to release the VAR audio publicly, similar to how other sports leagues like rugby and the NFL provide real-time explanations to ensure transparency. As the controversy continues, discussions about improving VAR are once again taking center stage in European football. Experts suggest that referees should be encouraged to view the pitch side monitor more often, allowing them to make decisions based on multiple angles rather than relying solely on VAR officials' interpretations. Others propose introducing a standardized decision-making protocol across all UEFA competitions to ensure consistent judgments, regardless of the teams involved or the referees in charge. For Arsenal, the sense of frustration is undeniable. The team fought hard throughout the match and created numerous chances, but the denied penalty could have been the turning point they needed. Instead, Sunderland managed to hold on and secure a crucial result, leaving Arsenal fans wondering what might have been had the decision gone differently. UEFA's review is expected to conclude within the next few days, after which an official statement will be released. Depending on the findings, the referees and VAR officials involved could face disciplinary action, retraining, or temporary suspension. However, some supporters remain skeptical, believing that the review will likely end with another apology rather than meaningful reform. This incident once again exposes football's ongoing struggle to balance technology with human judgment. While VAR was intended to bring clarity, its inconsistent application often leaves more questions than answers. The Arsenal vs. Sunderland controversy highlights the urgent need for UEFA to refine the system, ensuring that critical decisions in high-stakes matches are handled with the accuracy and fairness fans expect. As the football world waits for UEFA's findings, the debate over VAR's effectiveness rages on. For Arsenal, the damage has already been done, another crucial game overshadowed by officiating controversy. Yet this time, with UEFA's direct involvement, there is hope that lessons will be learned and real improvements will follow. Football's integrity depends on it, and so does the faith of millions who simply want the right calls made when it matters most.